I have been wondering and wondering how I could use this platform in a way that didn't just require me sitting in front of my camera and ranting about what's going on, so I figured I would do something a little bit more creative. We are in the middle of a new civil rights movement and a revolution regarding issues of racial equality, or racial inequality, I should say. George Floyd and Breonna Taylor's deaths aren't isolated instances perpetuated by quote-unquote bad cops. They're examples of how racism is so embedded in systems that are more protected than Black and brown bodies. The idea that victims' actions or circumstances justifies their fate needs to end. The erasure of Black history, Black culture, and the oversight of Black accomplishments needs to end. Ignoring the fact that white privilege exists needs to end. And most importantly, praising the bare minimum from people needs to end. We shouldn't be congratulating people for not being prejudiced or racist. It's the bare minimum. You shouldn't be prejudiced or racist. This country praises law and order, but those two are clearly lacking in law enforcement and the justice system that we know. There is no accountability or moral responsibility expected of the police, and we even see it in protests lately, peaceful or not, where the cops either shove the elderly so hard into sustaining serious head injuries, or they plant bricks and bats outside of buildings to set protesters up into looting and rioting. Yeah, it may be 2020, and although we've had a Black president, we are far from having achieved racial equality, and because of that, we can't stop fighting now. Racism and prejudice isn't always in your face like a killing in the street. It comes in subtle forms like microaggressions from your coworkers and colleagues, implicit bias in school systems, and the standards and expectations that we have for one another. That's why we need to encourage dialogue, even if it makes you or the people around you uncomfortable. Sign petitions, read literature about these issues, donate to bail funds, foundations, and families affected by these tragedies, email your state officials, educate yourself and others, and most importantly, learn your rights. It could keep you alive. It's not going to be an easy fight, but it has to be done. And the only way we can is by insisting that Black lives matter.
You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom just 'cause I walk as if I have oil wells pumping in my living room? Just like suns and like moons, with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my sassiness upset you? Don't take it so hard just 'cause I laugh, as if I have gold mines digging in my own backyard. You can shoot me with your words, you can cut me with your lies, you can kill me with your hatefulness, but just like life, I'll rise. Does my sexiness offend you? Oh, does it come as a surprise that I dance as if I have diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame I rise. Up from a past rooted in pain I rise. A black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak miraculously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the hope and the dream of the slave. And so, naturally, there I go rising.